Today we continue with our Laws of Shabbos class. Today's class number 29. And we start with Sefer Shmiras Halashon, and we're on page 103. There is topic, the poor man's treasure.
Okay. Poor man's treasure. A very noteworthy concept can be derived from the Talmud's teaching that the world exists in the merit of Torah study of children and that their study is superior to that of the generation's leading sages. This concept can be better understood with a parable. A poor man found a very rare, precious gem, which was commonly found only in the crowns of kings. This was a gem which could be used for a variety of very important purposes, a fact of which the poor man had no notion. The king of the country asked the poor man to give him the gem, and in return reward him with great wealth and a position of prominence. Thus the poor man received great reward, not for what he knew, but for what he possessed. Torah studies the rare precious gem, and children who are unaware of Torah's awesome sanctity and the depth of its wisdom are like poor men who a poor man who does not perceive the gem's true worth. Though they lack this understanding, nevertheless, they are personally sanctified and sustain their world through their study. This is because the awesome sanctity of the Torah is an unchanging fact, does not depend on any mental or other preparation on the part of the student. Whenever anyone studies Torah, he is naturally bound up with its sanctity. Thus does the prophet allude to the study of Torah when he says, "Whenever I speak of him, I remember him more and more. Therefore my inner self yearns for him." However, when a person defiles his power of speech by speaking that which is forbidden, then the degree of spiritual light which he draws from the study of Torah is diminished. We can now better understand the sage's discussion cited above. Rabbi Papa asked Abaye, "What of our Torah study? Do not the sacred thoughts which are so essential to our study make it superior to that of young children?" Abaye responded, "There's no comparison between breath that is tainted by sin and breath that is free of sin," meaning that the purity of the children's study outweighs whatever it lacks.
Any comments?
I don't think so.
No. All right, so let's continue. This was on Shabbat. So we on the topic of caring, right? On Shabbat, so lack of caring, and we said that we're going to give a definition what is clothing. So if it's clothes, there is no problem. You can wear, but we need to find the definition to give a definition. Okay, so number one, what is considered clothing? As stated in an introduction, the term clothing includes anything that the person wears either A, to cover his body for the sake of modesty and dignity, for example, short dress, pants dress, etc. B, for protection from elements, for example, coat, or from injury, for example, shoes, or C, to prevent discomfort, for example, nursing pads. Okay.
Wait, a question.
Sure.
So, I know that umbrellas aren't allowed, and umbrellas protect from elements.
No. We're talking about clothing only. So umbrella is not clothing. So that's how you know it is out. But we're going to get to umbrella.
Got it.
Okay, continue. So only about clothing. So basically, when you wear it, it's not you like a carrying that, right? So if it's normal way of wearing things. Okay, so let's see. Items in the first two categories are considered bona fide. How do you pronounce bona fide? Okay, article of clothing. Those in the third category are considered clothing in a limited sense. Okay, meaning some kind of bandages and stuff like that. Right? The ramification of this limitation set forth below. Article may be considered clothing regardless of the material of which is made, as long as it is commonly worn by people. For example, a plastic raincoat is bona fide garment, since it is fashioned like the ordinary coat, but merely made of the plastic in order to be waterproof. So very, very important point. So it does not matter what material it is made of. If it's commonly being worn by people, so there is no problem. So you can wear it. Okay. So meaning what I give you this example. For example, it's raining, and the person did not have a raincoat, so he cannot put plastic. There is big garbage bags, like black ones, like huge ones. So I mean, he can cover because he cannot wear it basically. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it's not article of clothing, even though it's made. I'm not sure. Maybe even the same plastic as pancha, maybe. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Clothing worn by a minority of people. Even if an article is normally worn as a garment only by minority of people, it is considered a garment for all people. Okay, that's good. And anybody can wear it outdoors on Shabbos. The rule is a garment for one person is garment for all people. So we go here by minority. Okay, so let's see. The Shulchan Aruch in Orach Chaim provides the following example to illustrate this law. In times of old, shepherds would wear sackcloth for protection from rain. Since the sackcloth was considered garment for shepherds, it is also considered garment for all people. This example is not applicable nowadays, since nowadays nobody wears sackcloth, and it cannot be considered garment at all. But the concept stays the same.
Wait, question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's considered a small minority? Let's say I get two people to wear something, on a day-to-day basis. So that's a minority. So what can I do then?
It is yeah. It's a good question. What is if it's two crazy people, right?
Everybody today wears something. You know. So.
Okay, I you're right. That's you're right. It's not a specific definition. So there is a religion. I'm not sure if you heard of it. I think they started like 10 years ago. Something like that. They wear a strainer mm-hmm. that you use in the kitchen on their head. That's their religion. Mm-hmm. So of course we're not going to go by that, but I'm not sure. So it has to be like reasonable. So people are not crazy. You understand? Like the shepherds. So today, if you go to Big Posek and ask him a question, so he would take this example of shepherds mm-hmm. and compare if this whatever the people wear is comparable to the shepherds, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. or it's they just want attention and they're crazy. But you're right. It's like we cannot go just by minority just because. Okay, you're right. Okay. Okay. Let us therefore provide an example that is currently relevant. It is permitted for a layman to wear a doctor's white jacket outdoors on Shabbos, even though laymen generally do not wear such a jacket. Okay, that's example. Or like a fireman. Okay, I like fireman outfit. For example, it is raining and that's all he has for whatever reason. So he can go on this. Okay, so it is for sure. It is only majority of people. Since the jacket is considered garment for doctors, it is considered a garment for all. It goes without saying that one who normally wears a short jacket may wear a long frock, and vice versa. Okay, so that the frock is usually for big rabbis, special status. Okay. Having defined which items are considered clothing, let us turn our attention to the limitation of this definition and articles that are not in category of clothing. So, okay, so let's see what is excluded from this. Unusual modes of dress. Not every item that one decides to wear to cover or protect his body or to prevent discomfort is automatically defined as a garment. The article must be something that is normally worn by some people as a garment. So they normally worn by some people as a garment. Okay, so let's see. To illustrate, Shulchan Aruch Orach Chaim 301:21 said that it is forbidden to go outdoors while wearing box over one's head or a mat wrapped around one's body. Okay, like a mat, like a carpet, right? Okay. Even for protection from rain. Since the box and the mat do not resemble normal modes of dress at all, they cannot be considered garments. One is therefore forbidden from wearing them in public domain, even for protection from elements. So I think that answers our question. Yes?
Wait, question. What about, let's say, I don't know, a blanket? A blanket is like a mat.
Yeah. Also, nobody wears blanket as.
But I could say, what about, I don't know, 2,000 years ago? 2,000 years ago, a lot of people wore, like ropes that looked like, I don't know, like towels, let's say. So a blanket could work.
No, but now nobody's wearing towels.
Understood.
So we go by what is normal in this society.
Wait, question. But let's say it says minority. Does that mean a minority in this country? Because let's say what?
In this country for this generation.
Okay, got it.
Because you see, even 100 years ago, they have different article of clothing. Today, nobody would wear. So in older days, I don't know if you're aware. So it was like to buy a shirt. It was very very expensive. My shirt were like handmade. So before the industrial revolution, stuff like that. So it was handmade, and it was very expensive. So you have to wash it very often and stuff like that. So people would get only like sleeves, like this much, and the collar and a little here. So it was only for show. So but at that time it was normal to wear this. Yeah, you understand? Today nobody would wear it, but back then it was normal for people who could not afford. Okay, so when they need jacket, so you see the sleeves, you see the top, so you think that it's a complete shirt basically. Okay, continue. It would similarly be forbidden to cover one's head or body with a plastic bag for protection from elements. Okay, so nobody like wearing plastic bags, but there is there are plastic like in olden days there were like men's hats from plastic, and women's like handkerchiefs. Yeah.
I have a question. What about something? You heard?
No. What is it?
Oh, okay. Some people in the shower, they wear the plastic things so that their hair doesn't get wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they usually don't wear it outside. They keep it
So it's only considered clothing if one wears it outside?
outside, yes.
Okay, understood.
Okay. So continue. Garments that protect other garments. Only an article worn for protection the body can consider garment. An item whose sole purpose is to protect one's clothing from the dirt or damage is not considered garment and may not be worn outdoors. The following practical examples to illustrate the principle. So, principle is only to protect your body. So, for example, you have a suit and it's raining, so you put a raincoat. So this raincoat is not to protect your suit. I mean, your suit is going to get soaking wet in 3.5 minutes, and it's going to affect your body. That's not good. So you wear this raincoat to protect your body. You understand? That's the rationale. So number one.
A question.
Yeah.
So let's say, I know that wearing tefillin you're not allowed to do on Shabbos. Well, let's say someone wants to wear tefillin outside on Shabbos. Does it count as carrying or no?
Shabbos. You see, tefillin is not article of clothing. That's for sure. But it's some kind of decoration. So some decorations we can wear on Shabbos. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive about tefillin. Basically, you can put tefillin if you, as you said before, without blessing, of course, the house. But I'm not. I would say no, because I mean it's not for decorative purposes, right? I think it's going to confuse people.
Understood. Over here, what we're talking about right now, garments that protect other garments.
Yes.
What I could say, I can make the argument. Let's say someone's wearing, I don't know. Let's say someone's wearing an undershirt, tzitzis,
Yes.
a long sleeve shirt, over a dress shirt, and he's wearing a suit. Okay. You know the suit jacket. Okay.
Yes.
Now it's Shabbos. He doesn't want to get anything dirty. He can't wear an umbrella, so he wears a raincoat. Okay. Now with all this clothing on, right? I have 4 layers on me. 4 layers.
Yes. Yes.
The rain isn't going to do anything to me. I'm safe from the rain. Okay.
No. But your body is going to get wet, even though you have these four layers of clothing. They're going to get wet. And to me, I mean, depends on the rain, but for sure,
Mm-hmm.
the rain is going to penetrate, and it's only a matter of minutes.
The rain might penetrate, but it might penetrate the clothing, sure. But will it get to me though?
Yeah. To body, absolutely, yeah.
No. Okay. Okay.
So let's see the examples that they give us. It is forbidden to go outside wearing an apron. Okay? For since the apron is worn only to protect one's clothing from becoming dirty, it is not a garment. So on one hand, it is a garment, right? But it's only to protect the clothing, right? However, if apron covers the majority of the person's body, it is considered a bona fide garment, and one is permitted to wear it for any reason. So I'm not sure, maybe in some technical people, maybe butchers would wear huge apron, cover majority of the body, but otherwise it's not usually to protect in the front. That's it. So that's the example of when apron is not a garment.
Wait, I have this question though. So let's say it could be. Let's say someone's shirt is waterproof. Let's just say, right? Long sleeve shirt, waterproof. Then can't I say that wearing and let's say wearing wearing 2 waterproof garments on top of one another is forbidden?
No. Once it is permitted in any quantity. And in under any conditions. So, for example, I give you a good example. So suddenly you remember that you forgot to return a winter coat, and now it's June, and you forgot to return to winter coat to this guy. Right? So you can wear in June this winter coat because it's normal article, and go to visit that guy and give it to him.
I can say this though. So over here it says an item whose sole purpose is protect one's clothing from dirt, damage, or something like that. Okay. Now, if I'm already wearing something that protects me from the rain, okay, it's not gonna touch my body for sure. We know for sure. Whatever. If I wear something on top of that, right? If I wear something, not another thing that's waterproof on top of it,
Exactly. Yeah.
the only purpose is for it not to get my already the thing to protect it. So that means that it's not considered a garment.
No, it's still a garment for I like if I understood you correctly, right? So let's say that this is a good example. So you have one raincoat, very thin one, and on top you put the bigger one, the thicker one. So basically, even with the first raincoat you saved, you're not going to get wet. But you put second one. Why is it allowed? Because once it is any raincoat, the first one or number two, became allowed, it doesn't matter how many you wear.
Okay.
So same. I give you a different example. It says that you can put two pairs of socks. It's very cold outside, so you put one pair, two pair, three undershirt. For whatever reason, you like all of the three because you're cold. There is no problem. So once it is an established garment, you can wear as many of them as you need to for whatever reason. So we don't ask you for whatever reason. Maybe you're going to somebody and you're going to deliver. You wear two raincoats to deliver one to somebody else. There is no problem.
Understood.
Okay, so let's go to second part.
Wait.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So before about the thing that you said before, about it's only considered an item of clothing if someone wears it outside, correct? If it's normal.
One second. So here, so the whole issue that we discussed here. Let's take a step back so we have the bigger picture. It's transferring from one domain to another.
Uh-huh.
So in your house, you can do whatever you want. So it's only from one domain to another, meaning from a private domain from your house, let's say, to the street, and from the street into like public domain, or from public domain into the gardens.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm saying something like, for example, I told you the shower cap that people usually wear.
Yeah.
You said it's not considered an item of clothing because people don't wear it outside, correct?
Yeah, outside. Yeah. So
Okay.
So when I say carrying only outside. Inside there's no concept of carrying.
Okay.
So that's what I said. Only what you wear outside. In the house,
Okay.
you can put a strainer on your head. Not
So this could be this could be my argument. People wear a talit outside, right? But on Shabbos. But a talit is usually only worn inside for shachris in the shul.
No. The talis is article. It's you're right. 100%. It's mostly like this, but since it's for Shabbos need, for sure, and for example, you feel a little warmer, there is no problem. So it has a status of clothing. So basically, the halacha is every four corner garment that you're going to wear, right? So you have to put tzitzis on.
Yeah.
That's it. That's so you said this is the article that I'm going to wear. So you even though you blanket, right, also have four corners, you're not going to put tzitzis on that garment on your blanket, right? Because you're not going to wear this blanket. It's only for to cover yourself.
Understand.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, number 2. It is forbidden to go outside while wearing a handkerchief over one's short collar. Yeah, if it is the sole purpose to prevent the collar from being soiled by perspiration. So, especially in the olden days. So today people do not care as much. So that they put the handkerchief because to prevent the the column from Become Dory. Okay, I think it's a good example. So, but for if he has I don't know, for if he needs this handkerchief for some medical because he's cold, because he wants he wants to wear it instead of the scarf. Let's say it's bigger one. That's a different story. But now the only purpose is to protect from perspiration. Okay. Number 3, according to many paskim, it is forbidden to wear plastic rain hat that covers the ordinary head, for since the head itself keeps the head dry, and the plastic cover protects only the head, it is not considered a garment. It is unlike the plastic raincoat, which prevents heavy rain from saturating the coat and seeping through it to the body. Okay, so I think it's a perfect example. So now we're talking about, I don't know if you saw it. So the people who wear hats, they have a plastic cover. Have you ever seen? So it's exactly looks like what is from shower. This right? It has all of these things. Okay. So, but this hat, the hats that the people wear, right? They made of leather. So for sure, it's. I mean, maybe after some time, it's going to start leaking, but not in the first an hour or 2 or 3 hours. It's not. The hat is going to get ruined, almost guarantee. Maybe not, but almost guarantee. But but you're going to stay dry.
Mm.
You understand? So that cover, this plastic cover, only for the purpose of protecting the head. Not go ahead.
Now, I have a question. Maybe it's allowed, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. So let's say someone has a big kippah like the Rambam, right? Huge. Rambam. So my thing is, what about now? Someone, let's say it's raining. Obviously, it's not going to hit his head, 100%. But if his kippah becomes wet, it ruins the mitzvah now. The hat is basically ruined. It ruins the mitzvah. Okay? Now, he's still not allowed to wear a plastic hat on top. Not allowed. Okay.
No. Why but why are you saying that kippah the water is penetrate through the kippah? Why are you saying that?
No, let's say the kippah is that big. I don't think it's getting through. I don't think it's getting to someone's head.
Why would you say it's it makes of material? It's the water is getting through.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so let's continue. So part number 2, what is the manner? In what manner it is permissible to wear a garment? So now, okay, so step number 2. So in what manner? The preceding discussion pertains only to defining what is considered garment. Okay. Once it is established that an item is considered a genuine garment, it is normal mode of dress for at least some people. It may be worn for any purpose at any time. So one more time, any purpose, any time. So as we said, the example that we gave is this guy that you forgot to return the winter coat. Okay, no problem. You can bring him this winter coat. Why? Because exactly as it says here, it is considered garment, any purpose, any time. Thus, it is permitted to wear winter coat during the summer. It is also permitted to wear garment even if one's sole intention is to protect his clothing. So since it is a garment, so you can wear it. For example, it is permitted to wear a raincoat over the winter coat, even for the sole purpose of protecting the winter coat from becoming wet. So that's a good example, right? So you have your winter coat, but like a wool coat, right? I mean, it's warm enough. Maybe it's not going to get completely wet, but for sure it's going to get ruined if it's rain, snow with rain and stuff like that. So you can put you can wear this raincoat on top. Let's say big enough so it fits over. There is no problem, even if it's for protecting. Because why? Because as we said before, both of them considered to be garments. Got it? That's, so if it's garment, one more time, so let's try to understand. If it's garment, you can wear for any reason, and how many pieces one on top of the other, doesn't matter. Furthermore, it is permitted to wear a garment, even if one's intention is totally to transport the garment from one domain to another. For example, wearing a tallis for after davening in order to bring it home. So as we said before, so that let's say you go in there to shul, it is for a mitzvah. Okay, we understand that. But going back, it's not for a mitzvah, right?
Mm-hmm.
You no longer need it until next day, let's say, right? So, but they say since it's an article of clothing, so you can wear it home. There's no problem. Okay. Next one, wearing garments in unusual fashion. The only restriction that applies to wearing a genuine article of clothing is that they worn in a normal manner. It is forbidden to wear any garment outdoors in unusual fashion, for it is like a carrying a garment. To illustrate, it is forbidden to wear a folded tallis draped over one's shoulders, since it is unusual to wear a folded tallis. So you understand what it means? Like it is folded, right? When we check tzitzis, for example, we put on a right shoulder, so it's not wearing. So you have to wear, but like you wear for praying.
What if, let's say, I don't know, if someone wears it like a scarf?
That's I mean, if this what is it? Reform people. That's I don't know if you saw. Have you ever seen this reform towel? So it's this white. It is like a scarf. So they modify that part, and then plus they have the clip. So if you know somebody have a clip, that's okay. That's too funny. But yeah, that's how they wear. So for them it's normal. But they do, for them, it's the least of the problem, what they do. Good example, thank you. However, it is permissible to wear a folded garment outdoors if it is usual for people to wear the garment while folded, the fashion. For example, if garment is too long, it is permitted to shorten the bit by rolling it up. Okay, so when you roll up, I don't know what you roll up. So in some sense, it is like folding, right? And then wear it outdoors. Like sometimes, like in this raincoat, it's like one size fits all. So sometimes the sleeves are too long, so people like fold it a little.
Wait, a question. So let's say with the talus, with the folded talus, because it's an unusual manner. Now, my question is, let's say I'll use a different example. It's a second question. Let's say someone wears a jacket, right? But he only puts one arm in. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
No. So that is an unusual manner and would not be allowed. So my thing is, but no, it's unusual. But when does it become usual? When does it become fashion? So that it's usual and it's not restricted anymore.
No, okay. That's a good thing. So we don't go by fashion. You know, these people all destroy him, and when somebody says everybody does it, they have a special gathering again, you know, for this. So basically, many people just to improve your exam, just different example, they would wear a jacket. For example, it's too hot, right? They would not put the arms in there, like just hang it on the shoulders. That's not how we wear it. So it's also not allowed.
Okay, but let's say, I don't know. Let's say there's let's say there's a big rabbi, right? And let's say, sure, he went against the restriction. He did an avera. He put the tallit folded on one side. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Now, but because of that, everybody else in the community starts doing it. Okay. Now, then other people start doing it. Are those other people doing an Avera because now it's the usual manner. They're doing it.
I mean, Rabbi Reuven said many times, we don't learn halacha from what people do. We learn halachas from books.
But over here,
maybe he was sick. Maybe this, maybe that. Maybe he was like, I don't know. Maybe he was weak, and this his problem is the hands. Maybe his hands paralyzed. I don't know. But he could not. He could not move his hands to put his garments correctly.
אני מברך את הרבנים, רגע. אני מברך את הרבנים, הרב ירון ראובן, הרב אפרים כחלון, ראשי ארגון בעזרת השם, שהלכו בפי עליון, שעלו מעלה, יהיה להם ברכה והצלחה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא בישועות ליבם לטובה ולברכה, שבכל אשר יפנו ישכילו ויצליחו, יזכרו לעשות כאלה וכאלה, הודיעו תורה לאדירה, אמן ואמן.
בעזרת השם רשת בכל הארץ. הוא היהודי הזה, הוא היה מיליונר, סגר את כל הביזנס, אמר אני משקיע פה בעולמה של תורה.
איפה הוא גר?
בפלורידה.
פלורידה, איפה זה פלורידה? באמריקה.
במיימי. כן, ליד. אנחנו שם עכשיו הולכים להקים קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
תעבירו מה שבירכתי אותו.
כן, קהילה ספרדית גדולה.